Welcome to the Sega Lounge, where we celebrate our love for all things Sega, including the games, the music, and the community. I'm your host, KC. Join me as I talk to different guests and learn more about their projects and passion for Sega. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sega Lounge. This is the podcast that's all about Sega, the games, the music, the community, and everything in between. I'm your host, KC, and we're back for part 2 of what makes the perfect 2D Sonic game according to the Sega Lounge. So I hope everyone's doing okay. I hope you had a great week. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode. And just we do a little recap so we're all caught up on what happened next time. So here's what happened so far. So I shared my own perfect 2D Sonic game, which is a mix of a lot of building blocks, as we call them, like zones from various 2D Sonic games of the past. So starting with Green Hill Zone, Hydro City, Ice Cap, Casino Night, Marble Garden, Marble Zone, Chemical Plant, Wing Fortress, Egg Fortress, True Final Boss, Doomsday Zone. And then we have the special stage, which is the Sonic Rush one, just to throw a little bit of curveball here for you guys. Then we also shared Lime's perfect 2D Sonic game. So Lime's one of our guests, and he picked Angel Island, Flying Battery, Ice Cap, Hydro City, Chemical Plant, Music Plant, Stardust Speedway, Egg Fortress, and Sonic Superstars' Last Story, which, again, another curveball. The special stage, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So this is what happened last week. So thoughts on this? Let us know. We still have one more perfect 2D Sonic game to go, which is Stuart's, and he's going to share his thoughts on that this week. And then at the end, we'll focus a little bit more on some generic aspects of each of our games, like power-ups, characters, things like that, and some original ideas that mostly Stuart and Lime have for either the future of 2D Sonic or just things they'd like to see in a game using Sonic, right? So I hope you enjoyed this second part of our Sonic's 35th anniversary celebration. It's going to be great. So, Stuart, it's your turn. Take it away.
Okay, so I'm going to preface this with saying that a lot of these choices might seem a little bit crazy, a little bit out there.
Yes.
As I say, I did sort of sit and sort of think quite hard on this, and yeah, as I say, a lot of levels might seem a bit out there, but yeah, for a lot of them, I just wanted to. I didn't necessarily want to go with like a safe pick or like a pick that's been in like Mania or Generations or whatever. But yeah, I hope I have got notes here as well to to justify myself. So yeah, I'm hoping I can make a good case. But thank you. So yeah, so of course we've got to start traditionally with a green/tropical zone. And in my game, it would be Sunset Hill from Sonic Advance 3.
Shocking.
So
not so much, I think.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a beautiful stage.
It is, yeah, and for me, a lot of it for me, I'll admit, is the sunset aesthetic. I'm a sucker for like sunsets. I always like in games when there's like sunset levels or just any sunsets. Basically, there's just something I really like. And I feel like this zone. So this was in Sonic Advance 3. And this was a nice bit of Green Hill nostalgia before we all got sick of Green Hill and it was kind of like shoved in our faces like every other Sonic game. But yeah, I think at this point this was like a really nice little tribute, and each act has like a really nice sort of remix of the classic music. There's some quite nice unique gimmicks in this as well. There's like these bungee cord things that are like at the end of platforms. Like you run down a little slope and then you're on a bungee cord and get like launched up into the air. There's a few other cool little things as well, like springs that you kind of have to hold down on for them to like spring you up higher. Um,
Mm.
yeah, there's just a lot of sort of little cool, kind of nice ideas, and it's sort of like a interesting spin on the Green Hill idea. I mean, Angel Island did cross my mind while I was thinking about this, mainly for the reasons kind of Lime said. But yeah, I think I just wanted to pick something that was maybe not something people would necessarily guess, and yeah, that's my pick for the first zone.
Yeah.
I like it very much.
Mm.
My only gripe with this stage
Mm.
is that it's in Sonic Advance 3.
That is true.
You really don't like that.
I really
Admittedly,
don't.
there's some bottomless pits that would maybe have to go and be tweaked. And there is a really good ROM hack of Advance 3 that came out recently, actually called Sonic Advance 3 SP by a guy called Tracker, and I played it, and he did fix like the one really annoying bottomless pit in this zone, so I was quite glad about that. But yeah, if it had a few little tweaks like that, I think yeah, it could be a really good zone. Just but yeah, I absolutely get your point, Casey. The game like isn't for everybody. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. What else? What's
Okay.
next?
So yeah,
Is there a
that's for the
transition?
first one. I'll be honest, I didn't think about transitions
Yeah, me
at
neither.
all.
Aw.
I don't know if I could maybe think off the top of my head, but or we could just say, oh yeah, the Phantom Ruby or some weird gem teleporter Sonic there. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even going to try with this particular one, but maybe other zones will have decent transitions. But
We'll just say Chaos Control.
Chaos
Yeah,
Control, there you
Chaos
go.
Control.
Chaos Control. Yep. So Zone 2 is an urban level, and it is Starlight Zone from Sonic 1.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, so obviously...
Wait, there's a transition.
Yeah.
So you go
Okay.
from sunset to night. So
Yes.
Starlight.
and that's the extent of it. Yeah.
I did
can't
not
think
even
of anything
think
else.
of that. It's so obvious now you say it.
Obviously,
But yeah, sunlight, sunset, starlight. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah. The music is like the thing everyone remembers with this level. Like it's a classic. Obviously, if this was kind of given the Mania treatment, you could have some really nice like remixes if there's multiple acts as well. Yeah, and kind of in Sonic 1, I think this worked well as a sort of like a little kind of breather level, because it was like between Labyrinth and Scrap Brain. It was kind of a nice level to kind of, okay, you can sort of let loose a bit now. There's some speedy sections. There's not too much. There's a little bit of platforming, but not too much. But I think that would also make it work quite well as a second level as well, because it's nothing too difficult. It's nothing too heavy. And I think there's quite a nice mix of sort of platforming and also kind of fast sections as well. Yeah, and again, I really like the kind of urban themes levels in Sonic games, and yeah, when I was thinking about the 2D ones, yeah, this was kind of a standout for me. So yeah, Starlight.
Yeah,
It's the one zone that I really wanted to include, but couldn't make work in my like game.
Couldn't make it fit.
I love this one so much. I just don't think it would fit the whole theme of the. I mean, it could.
Yeah.
If I wanted to, but I don't know. This is like a last minute thing. Should I? Should I not? And I went no, but I'm really glad someone or you.
I mean, it has a good balance.
Yeah.
I think between speed and the platforming, and it has that interesting like seesaw kind of mechanic. And
Yeah,
so I feel like even if the game slows you down, you still have something still interesting to play with, and so you don't necessarily feel bored, and so it has a good balance, I would feel.
And I think it doesn't like feel unfair either. So this could
No,
technically be also like a sky level, I think, an aerial level in a way, because you're
that's true. Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But it doesn't really. You don't really have too many bottomless pits, or the ones that are
no,
there are well placed. So
yeah,
it makes sense that if you fall there, you die.
yeah,
Because
definitely.
you're at the top of a very like tall building or skyscraper or whatever it is. I don't know
Yeah,
how you justify being so high up in
Yeah.
a city, but probably that. But it doesn't really feel cheap or unfair, so it's
no,
well balanced that way as well.
yeah.
Yeah, lots of cool secrets as well. By the way, right
Mm.
at the start of Act 1, have a really nice secret area. You can get an invincibility in like 3 ring monitors or whatever. Oh, cool.
hmm
Okay. And nothing to say about this one. Yeah. Wholeheartedly agree and approve.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, because I'm not sure about the next one whether whether this will be well received or not. But okay, so zone 3, which will be a casino slash pinball slash circus level. It's from Sonic Superstars, but it's not necessarily the one you're thinking of. It's Golden Capital.
Yeah.
Surprising.
hmm So
Okay.
yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not like your carnival slash pinball level in the traditional sense. But yeah, it does still have like a lot of bumpers. There's a lot of flippers. Um, it gives you like quite a lot of rings as well, which sort of goes into the whole like golden
Yeah, it has that
kind of
element.
theme.
I would agree.
Yeah. So it feels like that sort of level, but yeah, obviously the sort of the theme and the setting, are a bit more original. It's not like a carnival or a casino. It's sort of like quite unique. And yeah, I just really like the way this level looks. I really like the music. Trying to get as many rings as you can. Like it's quite fun. And there's actually like a really nice reference to a level that was going to be in Sonic 1 that was in concept art. I think this level's like partly based on that idea, like as a whole, anyway. But there's a particular loop de loop you go through that has sort of like a sort of a sun design with a face on it, and that's like lifted directly from that Sonic 1 concept art. So I thought that was a really nice sort of little reference, really cool little touch. But yeah, I just think this level's yeah, it's really fun. I always like playing this level in Superstars. I think maybe something I would tweak or replace altogether is the boss, because it's where you're sort of stuck on a floating platform and you have to go after. Yeah, that's the art. Yeah, yeah. So there's
For
a
our video
loop.
audience, we're sharing the concept art of Sonic
Yeah,
1 that
so
inspired
there's a
this level.
loop. Yeah, there's a loop in part of the level that basically looks exactly like that, and yeah, yeah, the rest of the level there might have been sort of inspired it as well. Yeah, I just thought that was a really neat touch. But yeah, maybe again, it's a Superstars boss, but yeah, I'd maybe tweak or replace it because that boss is quite frustrating and annoying, and maybe goes on a little bit too long. So yeah, if that could be tweaked or just have a totally different boss, then yeah, I think that would be good. But
I
yeah,
love that explanation. It's a Superstars boss. What's wrong with it? Oh, it's a Superstars boss.
it's just a Superstars
Yeah,
boss.
enough said.
So that's enough said. So yeah, it's quite a weird pick, maybe, but I hope I've made a good case for it.
I have to be honest. When I saw Golden Capital Zone, and I thought, Casino Pinball Circus, really? I don't remember that being. And then yeah, lots of rings, like the bumpers, and okay, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
But it didn't like immediately jump to my mind. Oh yeah, that's the casino pinball stage. But yeah, makes sense. I'm not particularly fond of this one, but I don't mind the placement either. So it's like zone 3. So it's okay. It's fine. There's more to come that can balance things out. Yeah. Please remove the boss for your Sonic game. Change it. Tweak it.
Yeah.
I mean, I got no notes. I feel like this is a good stage as well, and I definitely don't think it's a weird pick. I absolutely understand why you would pick this.
Cool, that's good.
People in the comments furiously typing.
How dare Lime agree with that choice? I thought better.
Good. I've got Lime's approval. That's enough. So
that's enough. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. So the next zone. Transition. Yeah. So I guess this next one is still like an ancient ruin. So yeah, it could kind of make sense, but yeah, it's an underwater / aquatic level. I'm sure you'll never guess which one it is. It's Hydro City.
Yes.
Why would you pick that one?
My God, I'm shocked. How dare
I know,
you?
like I'm crazy, aren't I? Like, who would pick that? So...
Automatic dislike.
Yeah.
But is that the first one we all agree with so far?
The first and only one. We all included in each of our games. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good
job. So, I mean, technically, you went with the Mania version, but okay.
Yeah, I mean, it counts. Come on.
And it counts.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a predictable choice. But yeah, it's the one water level that I think everyone likes. I don't think there's anyone who doesn't like Hydro City, and if they do, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Objectively.
But no, it's always been a favorite of mine. The music is just so good. Just the speed, just the spectacle of the whole level. Like, it's just so satisfying to play. Like it even now when I've played Sonic 3, like God knows how many times, I still love it. I'd say I did think about this. I'd say I generally prefer the Sonic 3 version. I feel like the Mania one in Act 1, there's maybe a bit too many sort of slow bits, but I get they wanted to like make it a bit different and add a bit of variety. So yeah, I can respect that as well. But yeah, I think I'd go for the Sonic 3 version personally. But yeah, it's Hydro City. It's not much else to say.
Yeah, I think especially Act 1, I think you're right. I'd go with the Sonic 3 version. I picked Sonic 3 because I went with the original versions always, just like because I wanted to. But I do agree that I think Act 1 gets a little bit like sluggish at times. Like the whole, like bubble thing stuff. So yeah. But it's a great level. All versions of Hydro City are good.
Yeah.
And if you don't think so, you're wrong.
No exceptions.
Yeah.
No exceptions. Yes.
Definitely.
So, and it makes sense because no, it doesn't make sense. I was trying to find a good like transition point, but it doesn't. No. Never mind that. No.
Hey,
wait,
hey.
Wait.
A gold coin, wishing well, throwing it into water.
That's
the transition.
Yep.
These are getting more desperate with each zone. But okay, let's go with that. Or again, Phantom Ruby.
Look, my
You say.
transition is perfect. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking about.
you say desperate, I say inventive. You know, thinking outside the box.
Excellent.
Okay. Having said that, I don't think I have a transition for this one, but
You do. I just gave you a
Yeah.
perfect one.
Oh, the next one. The next one.
Oh, you mean the
next
next one? Oh,
the next
okay,
one.
never
yeah,
mind then.
see what you can come up with. Yeah, so zone number 5. So it's an ancient ruin / underground. It's Quartz Quadrant from Sonic CD.
Mhm.
This came as a
So,
surprise to me.
yeah, so I think this is a bit of an underrated and sort of overlooked zone in Sonic CD. I think maybe it sort of gets forgotten about because so where it's placed in Sonic CD, so
Mhm.
it comes after Tidal Tempest, which is you know the water level, and then the level after that is Wacky Workbench, which you know is quite infamous. That people find that level really annoying because of the electric floor and like it's like really hard to navigate. So I think maybe because this level's in between those two, it sort of sometimes gets forgotten about. But I've always really liked it. I like the scenery and sort of like the crystals everywhere. I think it's quite a unique sort of level theme for Sonic. I feel like there haven't been that many sort of like crystal mines, or there aren't many that sort of come to mind anyway. Yeah, so I think it's like quite a unique one. It's got a really cool name as well. um, and there's sort of some nice mechanics in there, like the conveyor belts that you can like change the direction of, which they actually sort of used in Lava Reef in Sonic Mania as well. That was quite a nice touch to bring those back. Music wise, obviously because it's Sonic CD, you've got the two different soundtracks, but I I mean I generally prefer the Japanese music in most cases, but I think the American music for this level is actually really underrated. Like there's some
Okay.
really bloody good guitar like for this level. Um yeah, and it's just
Can't
like
remember the American version
yeah, I'll
off the top
give
of
it
my head.
give it a
I'll have
listen.
to give
Yeah,
it a listen. Yeah.
it's really really good in its own way. Um so yeah, like I knew I wanted like an Ancient Ruins Underground zone in there somewhere. I did consider Marble Garden because I like Marble Garden as well. But then I sort of thought like no, I'll go with a bit more of an unusual pick, and you know it'd be interesting to see what could be done if it was you know given the Mania treatment or you know tweaked a bit. So yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. This came out of like left field for me because I'm not really that fond of Sonic CD. I don't hate the game, but I'm not like I don't have the nostalgia for it as well because I
Yeah,
never had a Mega CD back in the day.
yeah.
And when I played it, I'm not really a fan of like the different placements of the platforms between
Yeah.
eras, right, and stuff. And so,
Yep.
but I think Quartz Quadrant is probably and from the my very first playthrough of this in Sonic Gems Collection.
Mhm.
Quartz Quadrant, I think, was the zone that I enjoyed the most.
Mhm.
I also like Tidal Tempest, but Quartz
Yeah.
Quadrant, I think, is the one that like got stuck in my mind for a little bit longer.
Mhm.
But so yeah, I do. I think it's a nice, like it's well placed as well
Yeah.
in between like very different zones. So it's like a nice palette cleanser as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, nothing
Does it
to add to
still
that.
have does it still have time travel in your version?
Oh, good point.
See, I was trying to think about that, and I didn't really come to a. I guess you could do it like how they did it with Stardust Speedway in Mania, because you had the first act that was in the past, and then
Mm,
it's like transitions. You know, you hit the future sign, don't you? And then Act Two
right.
is in the present. So I guess you could you could do it like that, or you know, you could even have like 3 acts, and like you could go, you know, past, present, future.
Yeah.
I guess that would be the best way of doing it, just making sure that all the time zones are represented, and that you can actually see them all as well. You know, you don't have to faff about time traveling like like you do in Sonic CD. So
I'm
I
not a
guess
fan
that
of
would
that.
I guess that would be the best way of doing it. And yeah, I totally get that Sonic CD is quite divisive and not for everyone. But I think my hope would be that if this zone was in like another game, and um, maybe the level design tweaked a little bit, it would maybe be appreciated more. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. I think it's a cool level. Yeah. It kind of reminds me of another underground, like not ancient ruins, but underground stage that I thought about for my game, which is Mystic Ruins from Sonic 2.
I thought about that too. It almost got on
Mystic
my
Cave.
list.
Mystic Cave.
Yeah,
Mystic
yeah.
Cave.
I know which one you meant. Yeah.
But and this has like a little bit of like Mystic Cave vibes, but
that's true actually. Yeah, like the green and the purple.
Yeah. But yeah, good one. Quartz Quadrant. And I like that we have like you have the most variety out of all of us. So great in terms of games stuff.
Yeah, I think that's just what happens when you sit there like thinking about it too much. Okay, so that's that. So the next zone, zone 6, it's a sand/desert level, which I don't think we've had yet, have we?
Nope.
Yeah, and it is Mirage Road from Sonic Rush.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting pick as well.
Yeah. So I think my logic for that. So I knew I wanted to have like a sand desert kind of level, because again, it's like the ice levels. It's not a level theme you actually see that often in 2D Sonic. So it can be like a bit of a novelty. And with ice levels, in Sonic Advance, the Sonic Advance games had an ice level in each one, but I don't. Yeah, there isn't like any desert levels in them. So I just thought this is kind of a pick. It's a bit speedier and probably more pleasant to play than like Sandopolis from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And I don't hate Sandopolis or anything. I quite like it, but I can see why some people would find it a bit plodding and a bit slow, and a little bit annoying. So I think this is kind of a desert level that would be more like appealing to people, a bit speedier. And yeah, obviously the music by Hideki Naganuma is great. Like all the music in Sonic Rush. I guess maybe it would need a bit of tweaking to sort of work in a more traditional like 2D Sonic game, so it's not just like constant speeding and constant boosting. But when I was going through like all the different desert levels, I just thought, okay, it's basically either this or Sandopolis, really, isn't it? So I went for this.
I love this one. I love Sonic Rush, to be honest. But I wasn't expecting to see Sonic Rush here. But thank you very much for including this. Yeah, I think I like these sections of like self-contained sections. You have to defeat a number of enemies before you can get like out of this room. I like these. It's not just in Mirage Road, but this is an example. I don't really love the like on rails platform thingy where you like get the badniks get on the thing and the rocks fall from the sky and stuff. That is not my favorite, but
no, that's maybe a bit too slow. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. but it's okay. It's like a change of pace to a very fast game. So
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Lime, anything to say about Mirage Road?
I never played it, so I got
Okay.
I forgot
I'm
about
looking at the
that.
gameplay for the first time right now, actually,
Mhm.
just to see what it is. So I just saw a moment where you get trapped and you have to defeat the enemies, as you just said, and yeah, like I do think that it needs like that balance. So like it's not only running, like it. The design has to slow you down a little bit, but it has to
Yeah.
slow you down in interesting ways.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting way, I feel.
Yeah.
I also considered Sense Sanctuary from Superstars.
Me too.
If I
Yeah,
were
I'd
to
forgotten about that.
include,
Yeah.
that's one of the more memorable, I feel like,
Mm.
zones in Superstars. Great
Yep.
music, and
Yep.
Yeah,
also it's
amazing.
just one act, if I'm not mistaken, which makes it
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of like that. Maybe I would actually probably put it like Zone 7, maybe, as
Mhm.
like one of those like shorter stages before the final act of the game.
Yeah.
But this is a good pick, definitely.
Yeah. I did just remember as well, like talking about other desert levels. Obviously, there's Mirage Saloon in Mania,
Yes, that's true.
which I think that did cross my mind, but then I thought, well, Mirage Saloon is sort of quite well, at Act 2 anyway, that sort of kind of leans into like the pinball kind of stuff. There's sort of, you know, flippers and like things to bump into and stuff, and I thought, okay, well, I've already sort of used Golden Capital as the pinball level. I mean, I know Superstars like kind of has 2 pinball levels as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I thought no, I'll go for a more unusual pick for a desert, and yeah.
Actually, Mirage Saloon didn't cross my mind. Yeah, that's a good shot. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. What's next?
Okay, so now for zone number 7, we've got a industrial slash factory.
I love this.
You notice I'm not even trying with transitions now. um, but yeah, it's Scrap Brain Zone from Sonic 1.
Oh yeah.
I love this. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Good pick.
yeah,
But do explain.
yeah, so for me, when I was thinking about this, so obviously, you know, it's the OG kind of Eggman base. You know, it's the final level in Sonic 1. So yeah, it's the first Eggman base in the series. And then I realized I had to check as well, because it hasn't actually appeared very often at all. Um, so obviously it's in Sonic 1 on the Mega Drive. It's in Sonic 1, the 8-bit one, the Master System and Game Gear version. But other than that, it's only appeared in Sonic Drift, and in Sega Superstars Tennis. So neither of which are platformers. Um, so it hasn't actually appeared very much in the series at all, which I sort of found quite surprising when I was thinking about it. And it's something I've thought before. I think it would have made a lot more sense if it was like the final level in Sonic Generations. I think that would have been a nice bookend, like after having Green Hills, the first level. I think it would have made so much sense to have Scrap Brain at the end or near the end, and it would make more sense as a final level than Planet Wisp. I know obviously they kind of needed a Sonic Colors level in there, but yeah, I just feel like it would have been a lot better to use this. And yeah, like it's just you know, the original classic industrial level. You know, there's a lot of like dangerous traps. You know, you got like the collapsing floors. That yeah, as you can see in the picture there, there's like the flames coming out of the floor, and then the, you know, the electricity from the ceiling. And yeah, like, you know, in Mania they used Metallic Madness, which, you know, is kind of basically the Sonic CD version of Scrap Brain. But yeah, I just thought, okay, well, there has to be an industrial factory level in there. I didn't really want to sort of go obvious and go chemical plant. No offense to you guys.
Excuse
but,
me.
So yeah,
Wow.
I just thought, like, yeah, Scrap Brain sort of deserves its time in the spotlight again. So yeah, I just wanted to.
They have
Yeah.
more in common than you think. Remember what I said
Mm.
about like the timing you get on like those tubes?
Oh yeah, because in Scrap Brain you have to have a certain amount of rings, I think.
Yeah, there's
Which
one of those like lifts or whatever it's called, or like tubes, transport
yeah,
tubes. You have to have 50 rings to go
mm,
up or down. I can't remember to
yeah,
like a hidden section.
yeah,
If you don't have 50 rings, you just go to like you get on the tube, you
mhm,
leave if you have 50 rings, and you can go back in and go up, I believe, and
yeah,
access like a higher stage of the zone,
yeah.
which
And
is an
I
interesting
didn't know.
hidden thing.
Yeah, it is, and I didn't know it. I didn't know about that until like literally like a few years ago, and like
Yeah,
yeah, it just
same,
kind of
same.
blew my mind. You know, just like how you've blown my mind with the chemical plant thing, because I literally had no idea about that. Um, but yeah, you know, it's the classic Eggman base industrial level, and yeah, I just wanted to give it some love. So yeah.
Hmm.
It's the classic Eggman based industrial level with a third act, which is Labyrinth Zone on
Mhm.
steroids.
Yeah.
Something that I'm.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, whether I changed that or not.
Would
I
you change it?
don't.
It was supposed to
Mm,
be like the basement level of the plant, the factory,
yeah,
or the base. But then they ran out of time and like memory, I guess, and they had to like change it to a more to a chemical labyrinth zone.
yeah. I guess maybe what I would do is I'd change it so you know, it was still like an underwater basement, but you know, it still had like unique graphics, and it's not just like a recolored labyrinth, labyrinth zone. I guess, yeah. So yeah, you could still have that as a reference, but yeah, just make it more unique, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Limey. Scrap brain zone.
Yeah. What I think is especially special about this stage is the wheels that you can run
Mm,
around,
yeah, yeah,
and then you can use that to get momentum and then shoot
yeah,
yourself up high. I think
Yeah.
that's a very creative idea.
yeah,
Could definitely have been used more, but still
yeah.
a very fun and
Yeah.
creative idea.
You don't really see it again. Like
I think
maybe
yeah,
the yeah.
You
Sorry.
see a
they have
version of it in the
The
one of the
bonus
special
stage for
stages,
Sonic
bonus
3
stages.
Knuckles, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like when you
yeah,
do the thingy.
they have similar things in Metallic Madness in Sonic CD, and I think in Sonic 2 on the Game Gear. Yeah, sorry, this is getting really obscure now. I think it's in Gimmick Mountain Zone. There's like
Okay.
things like that as well. But yeah, the the fact that's the only other one I can think
Because
of.
Metropolis
Yeah,
has the like the cog wheel that just automatically moves, so you don't have to,
yeah,
you don't get attached to it, right? So
Mm.
yeah,
it's like a basic platform
yeah.
count. Mhm. Okay, I think this is a pretty good one. And looking at what comes next, not controversial at all.
Uh-oh.
this one is this one I
Oh
think
no.
is an easy
Yeah,
pick.
this one. Yeah, again, this one is maybe a little bit out there. And I debated whether to even have like a zone between this and the next one, to be honest. But I've thrown it in anyway. So yeah, number 8 is a sky/aerial zone. And it's Sky Babylon from Sonic Rush Adventure.
Hmm.
Really cool
Yes.
one.
So
Really cool Sonic Rush
mhm.
Adventure level. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I just think it's a really unique and like cool looking level. I feel like I say this with every level, but yeah, the music's really good. Yeah, like, and it's not. I feel like it's not as annoying as the sky level in the original Sonic Rush, Altitude Limit. That level, yeah, I don't think anyone likes that level particularly. It's quite irritating and quite hard.
I saw someone say that's the best level in the game. I don't know when, but it was recently, and I thought, really?
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, that really is a hot take. So
Not mine. Not mine.
yeah. Yeah, and I think putting it here, like, I feel like it'd be a nice level to sort of let off some steam, like after Scrap Brain, but there's still like a little bit of challenge because it sort of has some similarities to Starlight, I guess. But obviously a lot more, speedy stuff because it's a rush game. But there is sort of like a bit of platforming as well. Yeah, as you can see from the screenshot there's sort of sections where you're like hanging onto a balloon and you sort of have to move really carefully to make sure you don't hit walls or spikes or anything. And yeah, I feel like sort of putting it here quite late in the game, it sort of feels climactic in a similar way that to how Sky Sanctuary does in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Like, that's sort of the zone before like the actual final zone. Yeah, I just think it's like a really cool sort of unique level. Yeah, just really pretty to look at, and yeah, I just feel like it'd be a nice sort of late game kind of stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I know, Lime, you haven't played this.
I have not played. I just looked through gameplay, and it looked absolutely very fun to play through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's a really fun level.
Just know you would love the Rush games, so you
I should
find a way to try them.
Yeah, I mean, I should just start streaming Sonic Rush, like and play through. Like it would be I need to think about new games to play anyway. So I mean,
yeah, they're really fun to play.
Yeah, definitely recommend them.
Great soundtracks. Yep. And Sky Babylon probably, I think, everyone's favorite level in Rush Adventure. I don't know. I like don't have any evidence of this. I just think of people that I know talking about Sonic Rush Adventure, at least from the soundtrack and stuff. I think it's like the most iconic stage, perhaps. Like the most different is one as well.
Yeah,
in terms of the whole themes. Okay, great one. And you were going so well, Stuart.
Oh, it's just
but
okay. And then
that's a good introduction.
The final zone. So yeah, it's it's Chaos Angel from Sonic Advance 3.
You lost me at Sonic Advance 3.
Okay, explain yourself.
Hear me out.
Okay.
Right. So I picked this one because basically it's one of the most unique sort of final zones in the whole series, I feel like, purely because it's not industrial themed, it's not a factory, and it's not set in space. It's basically so it's like a kind of distorted version of Angel Island. I think that's what it's meant to be, because like the plot of Sonic Advance 3 involves like Eggman splitting the world into pieces, and like he's basically messed up Angel Island in the process. I think that's the idea. Yeah, and it's just like I really like the atmosphere of this level. Like it's got really creepy, sort of unsettling music. It's just sort of like I guess it kind of falls into like ancient ruins as well, but it's sort of a bit more sinister and foreboding because it's the final level. It's just some really nice scenery, like it's really pretty, and there's sort of some quite challenging and nerve-wracking kind of platforming, which again it's in Sonic Advance 3, so your mileage might vary on that, but I always found it like quite a decent challenge. I don't think it's particularly unfair. But what a lot of people say about this level, I think a lot of people's issue with it is Act 3, because you're basically the entirety of Act 3, you're basically just on one platform that's sort of moving through the level, and you kind of have to dodge out of the way of like badniks and making sure you don't get crushed by walls or spikes. People really hate that act, but I actually quite like it. I think it's a cool idea for an act. Yeah, so I just really like Chaos Angel in Sonic Advance 3, and I think it's like a really unique way to finish that game and to cap off. It's not the same old like factory, it's not the same old like Eggman base in space. Even though Egg Fortress obviously had like a really interesting spin on that, as you guys said. But yeah, I just think
and the
it's
game opened with the Sonic Advance 3 zone, so why not close it with the
yeah,
Sonic Advance 3 one as well?
bookend it with another one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, people might absolutely hate this pick. Like I don't know, but yeah, it's the one that made sense to me.
Oh, you're gonna get so many emails. My God.
Hearing you talk about this particular level makes me want to replay Sonic Advance 3. And I said, like, replay Sonic Advance. No, I really need to. Because I haven't played like through the whole game in a long time.
Yeah,
many years.
I mean, as I mentioned, I would maybe recommend the ROM hack Sonic Advance 3 SP, because it tweaks some of the more like annoying bits, and that Act 3 that I talked about, he replaced that with a completely different level design. So yeah, you don't have to deal with that either.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can recommend that if like it, you want to play Sonic Advance 3, but you don't.
I'll try to
like
remember.
Sonic Advance 3.
Yeah, putting that in the comment section.
Yeah,
like the description of the episode, so people can take a look at that. I didn't know Trekker did a Sonic Advance 3 mod, so that's cool.
Yeah, and he did one for Sonic Advance 2 as well, which I think it reduces the amount of like of the special rings you need to get into the special stage, which I know is like people's main issue with that game. So yeah,
cool. Okay, so and after this, a great pick.
Yeah, so this is probably like the safest pick of my entire crazy list. I did think about it. I nearly didn't go for it. I nearly picked something else, but then I thought, like, no, it has to be this, really. So the true final zone is, Doomsday from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Because, yeah, I mean, what else are you going to have? Really, I don't know how you'd go from Chaos Angel to this.
This is the easiest one. You're like up high, and then you
up high.
Space.
You can be close to space, I guess.
Yeah.
It's the original like true final supersonic level. Arguably maybe the best one. Because it just feels like a victory lap, after the end of like I mean, if you're playing Sonic 3 and Knuckles combined, like it's a really long game, so like especially then, it just feels like a victory lap. You've earned it after going through the whole game and getting all the emeralds. It's just really satisfying, getting enough rings at the beginning, hitting all the asteroids and stuff. I did put in my notes that you could maybe spice it up and tweak it in some way, but I'm not really sure how. Like, I don't know if you guys have any other ideas or whether it's just okay as it is.
I don't believe so. I think it could be much better, actually.
Okay.
How? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's potential there.
Yeah.
I like the balance, not the balance, like the it's like a 3-stage act, right? You're trying to like, collect rings, avoid the missiles. Then you
Yeah.
have to destroy that blue ship thingy with
Yeah.
using the missiles, which is a really cool idea.
Yeah,
And then you
indeed.
fight and this for me was a very special moment because the Sonic 2 final boss was and it still is very iconic to me.
Yeah.
And like recapturing that feel of, oh, I'm gonna get this one again, but this time he's not in space. He has rockets on his back, and let's do this. Has the Master Emerald. Let's do this. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I guess like a Mania version of this would be a little bit more creative, maybe longer, perhaps to make it a little bit more challenging, like
Yeah.
Lime said. So maybe like some variations of the attacks, or maybe a surprise between the two Eggman sequences.
Mm.
Yeah.
Something different to
Yeah.
surprise you. Or maybe you could be piloting the Death Egg robot and trying to get Eggman
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
and zapping him with the chaos, the Master Emerald.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
See? That would be nice. Okay, but yeah, this is a great pick. What about your special stage?
Yeah. So the special stage. So I did think about this for a bit, but it didn't take me too long to decide. Yeah, I went for the Sonic Mania special stage, the UFO chase.
And the other picked
Yeah,
this one too.
yeah. I think yeah, for me, it's just it's sort of one of the best, most enjoyable special stages in the series. It sort of takes I guess it kind of takes the idea from Sonic CD of where you have to hit chase after like multiple and hit the UFOs, but it sort of makes it enjoyable in a different way. But I still really like the Sonic CD ones as well. But yeah, I think they just hit on a really good idea for this one. It's really satisfying when you finally build enough speed to like catch up with the UFO, and there's sort of a bit of strategy involved as well. You could you sort of plan out like, okay, do I want to sort of make sure I've got enough rings built up first, or do I want to concentrate on getting the blue spheres to build up speed? You kind of have to balance it a bit because the rings like give you more time. But yeah, like I think, and it's kind of unique as well because it's a special stage. I think it's maybe the special stage. It feels the most like you're still playing the same game, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like with some of the other special stages, it maybe doesn't always have a lot to do with like what you're doing in the main game. Like especially, as I say, I have come to appreciate the blue sphere stages more now. But you could argue, like, yeah, it's more of like a puzzle game than like the main game, maybe. But yeah, I just really like the Mania special stages. Yeah.
One thing I think the Mania special stages capture is the feeling of you being in I think in the comics and stuff they call this the special zone, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a
Yeah.
different dimension or something, which it feels like that in Sonic 1. But then you could argue in Sonic 2 and 3 and Knuckles as well, like the sky is like a little bit different, like the trippy and stuff. But I think they capture the feel of like a whole different place in Sonic Mania, and like the different colored trees and the crystal like decorations in some of the stages and stuff. The sky is different colors as well depending on the stage, so they capture that brilliantly here, which I like. And it reminds me of the original Sonic 1 special stage, which I'm not very keen on, but
No. Yeah.
The look and the feel. And like the birds and whatnot.
Yeah, it's kind of similar in Sonic CD as well. I think the backgrounds
Yeah.
there kind of capture that feeling of like, oh yeah, you really are in another dimension, because everything's like really weird and like abstract. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I think the Mania ones like really sell that idea of like you're in a really weird dimension where the scenery isn't necessarily going to make sense. Yeah, it just looks they all look really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Okay, so this is your perfect 2D Sonic game, Stuart. Sunset Hill, Starlight, Golden Capital, Hydro City, Quartz Quadrant, Mirage Road, Scrap Brain, Sky Babylon, Chaos Angel, and Doomsday. And the special stage is the Sonic Mania one. I think it's a pretty good game. I think it's the most varied out of all of ours that we came up with. Some cool facts, and we're running a little bit late already, and we still want to talk about your original ideas very briefly. But some cool facts here. So I have zones from 5 different games. Lime, you had 4. Stuart, you had 8.
Oh damn!
Yeah. So my most featured games, two of them, a tie with 3 zones each, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3. Lime, yours is Sonic Mania, 4 zones. And Stuart, a tie between Sonic 1 and Sonic Advance 3 with 2 games each. Yeah. Our shared zones between all across the board, Hydro City. And we shared Ice Cap, Chemical Plant, and Egg Fortress Slime. And we shared Doomsday, Stuart. But you guys didn't, apart from Hydro City, you guys didn't share anything else. Just some cool facts about our games.
I guess we can't be friends.
We can't be friends anymore. Friendship is over.
Yeah. To be fair, mine is particularly weird, like especially when I see it laid out like that.
So for people listening in or watching, let me know which of these games would you pick? Would you play, or at least would you play first? Maybe we could have like a trilogy of 2D Sonic games. This is mine. If you're watching, Lime's a little bit shorter in terms of numbers, but probably a little bit longer in terms of like you picked Last Story, so you picked the Mania stages as well, which makes the game automatically longer. And then we have Stuart with a lot of variety, different games. So the most varied out of the 3 for sure. So which one would you play first? Let us know. Which one is the worst, by the way?
Yeah. Who of us won? Who of us won? Who picked the best?
Comment below. And that person will be evicted from the Big Brother house next week. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so we already ran out of time talking about our games. However, I know, and Lime, you were very excited about this. So I want to leave out a few minutes to talk about original ideas, right? So we don't really know what's next in terms of 2D Sonic games, right? We haven't had an announcement of a new 2D Sonic game since Sonic Superstars. We assume we're going to have Sonic Frontiers 2 or whatever the sequel is going to be called for a 3D Sonic. But you guys have ideas. So would you like to share a few? And I don't know what they are. We didn't discuss them prior to this, so I'm an audience member now. So, Lime, what do you want to share with the world?
Yeah, what ideas did I have? Well, I have different characters with different abilities here. So it would probably be different kinds of zones depending on the character in this case. Sonic, I kind of want that feel from the Sonic 1, the movie, seeing the world from Sonic's perspective. And so I kind of want to add a slow motion ability. It's not
Mm.
necessarily a power up. It's just seeing how Sonic sees it,
Mhm.
and
Like a gauge, like a
yeah,
boost gauge, but
yeah,
like slowing down the world.
yeah,
Mhm.
and that would enable going through secret paths. Like it would open up ways that only Sonic can go. So maybe it is stages that all of the characters can play. Maybe it's just that they can only can access different kinds of paths. But yeah, I just imagine like things moving way too quickly, and so you need to slow it down. And
Mm.
so it becomes an obstacle course that actually gives you a challenge. It's not just a door that you have to go through and that's it, but it actually gives you a challenge in this case.
Mm.
So that would be for Sonic. Um, I guess the next one I was thinking about was Amy. And what could I add? That the hammer, of course. But what would happen? And I kind of figured that what if it's like when you hit an enemy, it flies into other enemies,
Ah.
and then you can
Yeah.
be strategic that way within what angles you hit the enemies, and you can make a lot of destruction that way, and also gain lots of points. Maybe getting ranks that way. And I want to introduce you to our concept here.
Mhm.
Yes.
Wall hammering.
Ooh.
So using the hammer to climb a wall? No.
Yeah, using the hammer to wall jump.
Okay.
So what I'm
Ah,
saying here
okay.
is that you have a path above you. You want to go up there. You can't really climb as Knuckles because there are spikes in the way, so you kind of like have to like do like a wall jump thing.
Mm.
And so what you need to do is like you need to time the hits with the hammer in order to like jump between the edges to
From
reach up.
okay.
Ah,
Okay. I
yeah.
can see that working, yeah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
that's the
You
challenge,
can do
and of
that like
course,
in the advanced games, you can do that. You can use the hammer on a spring that's like
Mhm.
against a wall and you get propelled forward. So it
Right,
already, that mechanic already exists. It just doesn't exist
like
by
that.
using
Yeah,
it against a wall,
Mm.
right?
yeah,
Which
yeah,
would make sense because it works on the floor,
Yeah.
on the
yeah. Indeed,
ground,
yeah,
right? If
exactly.
you,
Yeah,
so it makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
And again, here, I don't always I don't only want it to just one thing and then you reach another area. I want it to be a section where it gives you like a longer challenge. Still, still reach a new area, but that challenge is important to me. That obstacle course
Mhm.
that it gives you.
Mhm. Mhm.
I guess with Knuckles, it would be kind of the same thing with hitting enemies and making them bump into each other in interesting ways, but Knuckles can't do a wall jump. He can glide and climb walls as usual.
And
I
break
was
rocks,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah,
I
and
like
access
that.
ways that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that in
yeah.
Sonic. And yeah.
I kind of wanted that like one power that can destroy enemies, but also open new pathways.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I wanted. And so, what would Tails do? I was actually not sure. I wanted to add
Throw ring bombs.
no,
No,
No.
hell
he
no.
says
No.
no, no, right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I
No. No.
agree. I
Like
agree.
No.
I had like yeah I'm not really sure, but like some ideas that came to mind was that okay, Tails can fly, Tails can helicopter. What do helicopters do? Sometimes they scout the area, and so maybe Tails goes through the levels and then maybe sees and find things that the others don't know, and therefore with Tails you unlock things in the level that the other characters can then use.
Okay.
Maybe or possibly this was for Silver, but I'm not I chose to not include silver, like a kind of like a time reversal thingy. Tails stole this Eggman's time reversal thing, so Tails now has that power. So I
He's
imagined,
smart, so he could come
yeah,
up with
indeed,
technology, right?
yeah. So I imagine Tails being kind of like circled by enemies. All of them shoot, and then Tails basically goes return to sender, and then all of them go.
Okay.
That's what I'm imagining.
You could have Tails using whiz powers.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, no. Okay.
No. And then I have two wild cards here.
Okay.
Bunny the rabbit.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, because I just like the character. It could add some kind of like melee kind of combat.
Yeah.
But I kind of wanted to use her strength because she has such a strength. Like she's so damn strong. So we could instead of attacking enemies directly, we could use the environment for that. I imagine there's like a huge propeller, and she can like just hit it loose, and then that destroys them instead. And they like make these like huge things, fall overs, like using the environment in different creative ways in order to destroy things for like maximum destruction rather than going for the enemies themselves. I think that could make the gamer feel powerful if they do it in the right way.
Sure.
So
I'm getting some like Freedom Planet vibes from this description of all like the different abilities and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tend to the character's strengths and adjust the gameplay in the areas you can access accordingly.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Okay.
And the last one, we're gonna guess this. And we're gonna guess Whisper.
Oh, okay.
Whisper's a sniper.
Okay.
And also, what would someone named Whisper do? It would be stealth gameplay.
Okay.
So yeah, go through. Try to not get detected by enemies. And one way to do that is to sneak. Another way to do that is to just stealthily just kill them out of nowhere, like a sniper does.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of gameplay. So
basically a 2D Sonic adventure with different characters with different abilities and maybe some common zones with different accessible areas and maybe some exclusive zones for each character.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Depending on how you do it.
That's
absolutely.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you're hearing correctly. But yeah, I just had loads of fun, like just thinking, okay, what would I think was cool in a game? And I kind of wanted to, okay, what's typical about this character? Okay, how would we make this interesting? And that's what I came up with.
I like it. I would definitely be up for that. Something new, right? I think is necessary at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And looking at Stuart's face, he's going to give me something new as well.
Well, I was about to say, I haven't got anything like nearly as cool or like creative as Lime has come up with. Some really good ideas there, especially like the Amy sort of using her hammer on the walls. I think that's a really cool idea. I've just got a handful of sort of things I noted down here. I mean, these aren't particularly original. I'm sure like other people have thought of this, and like they're probably even in like fan games and stuff, but just more, elemental shields. Like, you could have like a wind a wind shield that lets you walk through wind, or like the like the
Oh,
fan.
yeah. Hmm?
Yeah, like the fans that are in Starlight Zone, for example, you could just walk through those. Um, and I was thinking maybe it could also let you do sort of an aerial spin dash, that maybe there's sort of like walls or barriers up high that you can only break with that. So like the challenge would
Like
be
the
to sort of
double
keep.
jump would be the
Yeah,
special aerial
it would like
attack,
a.
right?
Yeah, so the challenge would be, to keep hold of that shield, so you could get far enough to get to the hidden areas. Yeah, and then probably like a ice shield as well. I did sort of think when I was noting that down, oh, hang on, I haven't got any ice levels in my game, but yeah, you could have like you can still have ice hazards and stuff, maybe that could fit into other levels.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe,
Um,
maybe it's not necessarily shielding you from it, but giving
mm,
you abilities of ice, just like the shields
yeah,
do.
I
Yeah.
did think about that as well. I put here can maybe
Freezing lava
freeze certain
sections.
enemies. Yeah,
Yeah.
or it could freeze water. Like, yeah,
Oh
there's some
yeah.
interesting things you
Mhm.
could do there, isn't there? Actually, yeah. So yeah, there's some ideas you could have there. Um, yeah, characters. I didn't really sort of go too in depth with that. I thought, obviously Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles. Have Amy, maybe play like she does in Origins. But yeah, I didn't come up with anything like creative like Lime did uh, for that. But yeah, the only other things I found myself sort of sitting there writing about like a couple of zone ideas. So yeah, I'll just go through one of them. I don't know if people would like this idea or whether people would think it's a bit mean or a bit troll like. I don't know, but yeah, I just had an idea
Oh
for a
no.
zone called a zone called Mirage Mansion Zone. So the idea would be there'd be a fun house, like a fun house level, full of tricks
Ah. Mm.
where nothing is as it seems. So you'd have like solid looking floors that but might actually be squishy and bouncy. You could have springs where they're actually like buttons that like activate traps. Um,
Okay.
yeah, have like mirrors behind you that sort of like trick you into seeing things that aren't there. You could have like items in the level that might be like decoys or dummies, so like you think you're hitting a ring monitor, but then it turns out that like it turns into a robot or it shoots lasers at you or something. But there could be like little sort of hints or indicators on these objects that they're fake, so you can tell like what's real or what isn't, but you wouldn't necessarily pick up on that on your first playthrough. But then as you play the game more, you'd be more prepared for it. So yeah, that was just a idea I had.
I like
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I did mean to like actually do some like sketches for these own ideas, but I just didn't have time. But yeah, maybe if I get around to doing that, I might share those on the socials. So yeah,
Yeah. Or next episode, if you end up
or next episode. Yeah,
doing it in time. Yeah. We can
yeah.
share that. Yeah.
Oh, actually, the one who was supposed to do the ROM hack for me, skip that. Please do this instead. The original ideas that we all have here
Yeah.
Yeah,
in one
yeah.
game.
I'd like to see that like funhouse thing, Mirage
Mhm,
Mansion. I like that. Like it's like
mhm.
I was thinking about like the mirror section in Twinkle Park
Yeah,
in Sonic Adventure 1, right?
yeah.
Mm,
But like a more uh,
yeah, actually utilize the
more
thing.
extensive
Mm.
uh, implemented idea. Yeah, extensively
Mhm,
implemented idea. Yeah.
yep.
Okay. I don't have any original ideas like that, so you guys are much more creative than me. I would say in terms of like choices for my game that I just presented, I thought of Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, and maybe Amy, but I wouldn't mind having Ray and Mighty joining, and
Oh,
even
true. Yeah,
yeah. Uh,
yep.
I really didn't think of Trip, but
Mm.
she could join up. as well.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I would. The more characters we include, I feel like we have to do something to make them worthwhile in terms of moves, and just
Yeah.
like Lai was saying, like different paths and stuff. That's one of my favorite things in Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and even
Yeah.
Sonic, and even Knuckles in Sonic 2. You could access different parts of the stages with different characters. That made
Yeah.
it like the game more replayable
Mhm.
and more worthwhile
Ooh.
to like just use a different character.
Mm.
What if you get really rewarded if you pick a character and take a path that's supposed to be for another character? But if you do that, you give yourself a much bigger challenge, but there's a huge reward waiting for you if you do that with that character.
Mm.
Could be
Mm.
instead of
Yeah.
like locking the characters out of that path.
Yeah, they
Mm.
can do
It's
that,
still
but it's a lot more difficult.
accessible. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. You have to use your specific abilities in a much more difficult way,
Mm.
but it's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doable,
So it could be
just
like, it'd be like, oh, Knuckles could just climb this wall. Sonic can technically get up there, but you have to like figure out how.
Mm.
And yeah, that'd be an interesting
Yeah.
challenge, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
That's interesting. I feel like there's potential for. I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel, but it's
Mm.
probably not enough to. As much as it pains me, I would personally love a Mania 2. Just
Yeah.
Mm.
I think we
pick
all would. Yeah.
some new stages, like a few maybe scrapped ideas from the past or something, and pick
Mhm.
like a bunch of old ones and remix them, like we talked about today.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's really, if that ship hasn't sailed already,
Mm.
and it's now time to do something like a Superstars 2 or whatever you're
Yeah.
going to call it, but like try to make it like a little bit more creative and come up
Yeah.
with different things, because
Yeah.
Superstars played a little bit with that, with like exclusive stages, right, for Knuckles, for Amy, Trip.
Mm.
It had cool ideas like Sega crossovers, like Fantasy Zone and stuff.
Yeah.
Mm.
But I think you guys are right, coming up with like different gimmicks, different stage ideas, different abilities as well. Even if the abilities come from like monitors, like boxes, so maybe
Mm.
they're just temporary, and you have the challenge is to keep the shield or keep the ability as long as you can.
Yeah.
That could be an interesting way to do that.
I think with the shields, you sometimes lose the shields for different reasons. Like if you go into water with the fire shield, and you could add some strategy there. If you take the right path, then you will be able to keep the shield that you need to go forward to do the thing that you need to do if you take that specific path and be strategic
Yeah.
about it.
Multiple
Like,
paths, which is like a 2D Sonic tradition, right? So
Yeah,
if you want to
like
keep
this.
that until like the very end where you'll need that ability, you'll probably need to take the higher path, for example, or the
Yeah.
middle one.
Indeed.
Okay. Yep, some really cool ideas. So we're late, guys. So this was a
Oh,
very
no.
fun episode to do, though. I really enjoyed going through our games and also hearing your original ideas. So again, we'll be back with the next episode of the Sega Lounge. Won't be next week per se, but maybe in a couple of weeks, where we'll focus on our perfect 3D Sonic game. Whatever will that be?
I'm
We
so
don't
excited
know.
for that one. My
We don't know. I don't know.
gosh.
Maybe you know. I haven't decided
I
on
know.
mine.
I already know.
I've planned around it, but not really. Haven't closed, like finished the idea. So we'll see what
I'm
happens.
lying. I didn't already know.
That said, you guys, thank you very much for watching and listening. please be sure to tell us what you thought of our ideas. And because this is a longer episode, you'll get some few extra days to listen. So we'll be back in a couple of weeks, perhaps. Pay close attention to our socials. That said, Lime, Stuart, thank you very much for joining me. It's been a blast. I would
Thank
say
you.
a Sonic 3D
Thank
blast.
Yeah.
Very bad. Very bad. No, don't encourage me. No.
Oh yeah, nobody picked a 3D Blast game.
No, nobody picked a Game Gear.
Would that even count
games
as
or
2D?
8-bit
No,
games.
it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I thought of like the 8-bit games, but didn't really.
Oh,
think of
true. I
one
didn't
that
even
could-
think of them. Really.
Oh, I thought about those. I thought about Sunset Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you went with Sunset Hill, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, it's okay. So, thank you very much, guys, for joining me. I hope everyone has a great week or a couple of weeks. The Sega Lounge will be back soon with our perfect 3D Sonic games. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The Sega Lounge, hosted by me, KC, a Mixed Productions podcast and part of Radio Sega's network of live shows and podcasts. Theme song and incidental music by OSC. Got any suggestions? Drop me an email to podcast@thesegalounge.com. Find us at thesegalounge.com on Blue Sky. Check out our YouTube channel for our video content and follow us on Twitch to join our Let's Play sessions and live episodes. You can find previous episodes of the show by going to thesegalounge.com on the TerraPlayer app and wherever you listen to podcasts.